What's up friends, welcome to another video, and today I am on a boat, but let's throw it back to 6 AM this morning where we start this journey off. Selamat pagi and a very Merry Christmas, because it is the 25th of December today, and today we are going to be going out on a snorkel trip. It's currently 6:30 in the morning. We are meeting the captain of our boat at 7 o'clock, and then we're going to head out onto the high seas for the next 4 hours. What a way to spend Christmas, and I cannot wait for this. So let's go and meet our captain. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Party last night?
No, not last night. But we're going to go out snorkeling on a snorkel boat. Yeah. Very quiet on Gili this morning after everyone's celebrations last night on Christmas Eve. It's quite peaceful. We are 3 minutes early for the boat, so we're just sitting on the beach waiting for it to arrive, and then we will be heading out for the next 4 hours. Pretty peaceful down by the water. Luckily it's not as rough as it was yesterday. It's very calm today. The boat is here. Time for us to get on. All aboard! Oh, got it!
Nice.
Oh, perfect! Oh. The glass bottom's a little bit flooded. We came Christmas prepared. And we're off.
We go to the statue first, right?
Statue first? Yeah, that'd be cool. Thank you very much. Yeah. After a short 2-minute ride from Gili to Gili Meno, we have just arrived at the first stop of this trip. It is the BASK underwater statues. I'm sure you've seen them before. I haven't though. This is my first time, and I can't wait to get down underneath the boat and see what they look like. And this is the reason that we came at 7 AM. There is literally no other boats here. It is just us, and we can enjoy it by ourselves. Almost ready to go in. This is a fully prepared man, ready to see some statues. And woman. So the BASK statues are a very popular underwater art sculpture. I cannot remember who it was built by, but I will put it here. There are 12 couples in a circle, as well as multiple figures laying on the ground as well. And honestly, it's absolutely beautiful. You're not supposed to touch the statue, and they are made from a very special material that coral can grow on. So it's there to increase the biodiversity of underwater as well. If you touch the statues, then you're going to ruin the coral, and the fish will have nowhere to live. So while we were in the water looking at the statues and the fish, we were getting absolutely minced by jellyfish.
I wasn't.
Here you were.
I wasn't.
Little stingers, not overly painful, but really uncomfortable. On to the next spot. I'm not entirely sure what this second location is, but let's go find out. So that ended up being a beautiful coral garden. We saw plenty of fish, a little shrimp and 2 turtles. It's always amazing to go under when you see coral drop off. And we saw the turtle just the other side of the drop off, and it was absolutely beautiful. Just drifting there with the current. So altogether this boat cost us 700,000 rupiah between the 2 of us. It's a private boat, and we're going to 5 locations today, including the statues that we visited, the coral gardens, the underwater Vespa, the Shipwreck, and Turtle Point, where hopefully we'll see even more turtles. It's pretty easy to get a private boat at the moment because Gili is so empty, so I think anyone's happy to just have you on. I'm not sure if 700,000 is normal or not, or if it's a cheap price because of COVID, but you know, we're very happy to pay it, so on with the show. Gili T, Gili Meno, Gili Air. Both dives, I forgot to take my watch off. And it wasn't on the waterproof mode, so hopefully it's okay. I can't afford a stolen phone and a broken watch in the same week. What stop is this one?
Here. Turtle Point.
Turtle Point.
Okay. Alright.
It's time for turtles. Turtle Point was pretty cool. We saw no less than 6 turtles and 1 baby turtle as well. There's a few fish there, not a ton of coral, but amazing to see nonetheless. And the next part of the plan is to go to Gili Air for breakfast and take a little bit of a break from the snorkeling. Gili Air is the island I came back at the beginning of 2020 before the pandemic, so I'm interested to see sort of how quiet it is compared to then. And I'm also really looking forward to some breakfast. Ow, hit my head. So we've touched down on Gili Air. We have been given an hour here to go grab some breakfast and have a look around before we head back to the boat. So let's have a look and see what we can find. Last time I was here, I had food in here. I think I sat in here or over here in the foliage. It's not looking the same as it did 2 years ago. The high street unfortunately looks very closed. I guess we were wrong. We found one of the few places left open. Breakfast looks pretty good, menu's okay, so let's see what it's like.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Pink berry.
Thank you.
And watermelon juice.
Perfect, thank you. It does taste like pink. Right, there is the taste of health. How is that not health?
This is health.
Strawberries and banana. And homemade yogurt. And lime. Also the picture of health. And hummus. That was a lovely breakfast. Time to pay and head back to the boat. So once we get back on the boat, we have another hour to 2 hours left. I think we've got 2 or 3 more spots. The Shipwreck, Coral Garden and the Vespa, I think. But we'll see when we get there. But overall, so far, been a really good trip. Merry Christmas! Ready? Are you ready? And we're back on the boat. We've just arrived at the next spot and it is now 20 to 11 and there are a few more boats around. Definitely worth going early if you can. I still don't think there's as many boats as there would have been pre-COVID, but there's a few people in the water now. This stop is the Shipwreck and I'm looking forward to this one. I want to go down and dive on it, so let's go see what underwater wildlife we can find. I've come to the bow of the boat to get away from the engine a bit, but that was a really, really nice dive. Went down, saw the shipwreck. It was absolutely massive, like huge shipwreck. I tried to dive down to it, but unfortunately I can't hold my breath long enough. I haven't been practicing since I've done my freediving course, which is a shame. I really want to get into that a little bit more. But we saw tons of fish and it was really cool because the guide gave us bread to hold in our hand and there would be shoals of fish just come and eat the bread and they'd be right in front of you and they would come and eat out of your hand. So they weren't scared at all, which was really nice. I think the guide said we're now going to head back to Gili T. I don't know if we have any more dive sites or if we're going to finish for the day, but It's a surprise, so we'll see what happens. Either way, I think I'm quite snorkeled out and I wouldn't mind calling it a day, to be honest, but if there's one more, I think I've got one more in me. It turns out this is the full 3 island tour because we are now on Gili Meno going to look at the salt lake. Never seen this before, never been on this island before, so let's see what it has to hold. It's pretty big compared to this tiny island. It's quite a big lake.
Waiting here.
Yeah?
Because I forget my shoes.
That's okay, we'll walk around. There's this lovely wooden walkway that I think takes you around the lake. Not sure how far. Pretty nice though, pretty nice walkway. It looks like it could be new, but I'm not sure. Like I said, never been here before, so I wouldn't have a clue. But it seems to me that they're doing quite a lot of construction on these islands. There was a lot on Gili Air, there's some on Gili Meno, so maybe they're getting ready for tourists, hopefully in the not too distant future, fingers crossed. Do you reckon there's sharks?
There might be like shark pups.
Piranhas?
Not piranhas. Probably not
Squid?
piranhas. I don't know much about squid.
Giant squid?
Giant squid lives in Japan only.
Shade. If you cannot tell by my forehead, it's sweltering. When you get off the boat and you don't have the breeze, it's really hot today. The sun has come out in force, whereas earlier it was cloudy, and now we are suffering. So this lake is pretty cool. It does take a fair chunk of the island up, which is like insane for a salt lake in the middle of a tiny island. And the boardwalk does go quite far away around as well. Make sure you wear shoes because a lot of people are struggling at the entrance over here, because the floor is hot and they can't walk on it, so it's difficult to get from the beginning to the first shade part if you're burning your feet. But we're going to head back to the boat now, get back on, and I think this is it. I think we're heading back to Gili T now, so let's see when we get back. Back to the boat over the deadly coral. Out. No! How do you feel about the last voyage?
I'm excited. We might see a turtle again. I can't wait to go back to bed.
Land ho! Coming up on land. There we go, thank you. You've been a great guide. Yeah, very helpful.
Yeah.
Forgot about the fins. So we've made it back to dry land. The guides were amazing. We went with a tour company called Moa. You'll find them on the east side of the island if you want to use them. Like I said, 700,000 for 2 of us for a private boat. But I think we were out for 5 hours in the end and went to 4 or 5 different locations. Amazing, fully recommend. But now it's time to go home and chill out. Home sweet home. We've been staying with Villa Almeric while we've been here.
Gingy!
That's the cat.
You take the 3 islands?
Yeah, all 3 islands. Yeah, it's great. 5 hours, something like that.
4 hours.
Yeah, but it's tired now.
Alright.
Tired. Key. Home James. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for coming along with me and us on our trip around the Gili Islands snorkeling. It's been a great 4 or 5 hours. I would recommend it to anyone if you're coming to this area, especially if you can get here right now while there's no tourists. It's absolutely empty and stunning to have all of these places without hundreds of people surrounding you. It's that point in the video where I ask you a massive favor, and that's if you could subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out, as well as leaving a like and a comment down below. I definitely answer all of my comments, so feel free to ask any questions. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. I'm very active over on them. And in the meantime, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.